It was another green day among the diggable planets, and I was counting crows in my sound garden. I was a beet farmer, tending my gin blossoms and planting lightning seeds in the downy mildew under the screaming trees. Kid Frost had made it too coolio even for an ice cube, and too wet for a seal. So I'd been spending my happy Mondays in my house of pain, which I'd built from ill Al scratch with a hammer and 9-inch nails. Now, I've been a Rex in effect lately as my wife, the concrete blonde, has become a violent femme, smashing pumpkins and throwing muses. Well, that's Jane's addiction. She's a cowboy junkie, but still one of the best kissers in the world. My mother's a crash test dummy for the Stone Temple Pilots, and my father MC, well, Pop will eat itself. Call me immature with arrested development and a baby face, but I've watched my offspring grow from boys to men. Hey, they might be giants, but I'm still their dada. Enough's enough! No longer is it en vogue to live on cranberries dipped in pearl jam and green jelly. Maybe the dead can dance, but my spin doctor, Dr. Dre, said my belly will snap, and I'll be a body count in the digital underground if I don't escape. It was before 4 p.m. and after 7 on a p.m. dawn when I packed my restless heart, Aztec camera, and some iced tea and headed along 95 South in my camper van Beethoven. I took along my Snoop Doggy Dog, a real poi dog pondering, and my Toad the Wet Sprocket, and us three became Gypsy Kings. Under a Mazzy star, we went Hadaway, seeking an erasure to the corrosion of conformity of our inner circle, a tribe called Quest in search of a collective soul to the faith no more of our bad religion, looking for a soul asylum for our terror-fabulous enigma, or at least to find some bare-naked ladies. Color me bad, but I have a weakness for non-blondes. Stopping in H-Town, I was just a Joe Public, an ugly kid Joe, working for Mr. Big, the notorious B.I.G. at the C&C Music Factory. But I was too limited and couldn't take it anymore. So I joined a tag team, writing Gene Loves Jezebel on every surface like Susie and the Banshees with a mega death wish. The sky was a lighter shade of brown, and I was low-key when I met Shakespeare's sister. She was typo negative with 20 fingers and a blind melon, but I knew she was the real McCoy. It was a natural selection for this dead-eye dick. She gave me a high 5, or a 10, and we were naughty by nature. Everything was a delight, salt and pepper and sugar and spice one, until we crisscrossed a troop of fine young cannibals. They were jerky boys from the Wu-Tang Clan armed with LA guns and big audio dynamite. There were 69 boys on one side and 10,000 maniacs on the other with an urge overkill. I yelled, "Take everything but the girl!" But one of the mad cobras already had my Alice in chains, the brat. But I had the new power generation on my side, and I prayed to the lords of the new church until it happened. Those bone thugs in harmony, the Benedictine monks, flowed in like crystal waters, and MC 900-foot Jesus lifted me up to the heights. Well, I'm in mint condition now, back in my sound garden. I don't mind the black crows anymore. In fact, I've even named one of them Cheryl. So if you should land on Skid Row and come across Heavy D and the boys, I'll be sure you'll find your nirvana, so long as you have your ace of base in the hole.